शुक्लाम्बरधरं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम. Hari Om to all of you. All of you know Kannada also, right?
Yes.
So I thought I'll mix because certain things cannot be told in English. ಬೈಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕನ್ನಡನೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Regional languages, ಅಲ್ವಾ? So she has, first of all, thanks to Regula for me being the first in the series. Stree Laksha.
Yeah, Lakshya.
Oh, very nice. It's a nice name, and I hope I live up to it. Okay. So the topic is Sanatana Dharma in daily life. This is a very, very vast topic. Okay, so that's why I've got my laptop to put a break on me whenever I go, whenever I deviate. So all of you, one thing I'm very happy is that we have stopped using the word Hinduism these days, right? We are using more of Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana Dharma, thanks to our anti-Sanatanis who made this so popular, right? All of you know Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana means which was there, which is there, and which will be there. Whether we are there or not, the Dharma will be there. So there's no beginning, no end. Dharma andre eno dharayate iti dharma. That which sustains you. Dharma means sustains you. Somehow, when we say Sanatana Dharma, we think it's religion, right? And when we say religion, especially these days, we think it's divisive, it's suppressive. All these kinds of thoughts come to us. So Sanatana Dharma is not a religion as such. It is a way of life that our rishis have given us to lead a peaceful, happy life. So that which sustains you. What is it that sustains a student, school student? What is it that sustains him? Studies. Let it be interactive. I am not a teacher here. Even if you are wrong, I can't tell anything to you. It's good that we learn. It's a process of learning. So what sustains a student? The academics. What sustains a doctor? He should be a good doctor. Should give the right medicines, not tell unnecessary tests and scans. Right? That sustains him. Sustainability means you're known to be a good doctor. Right? Who gives that sense of satisfaction, that trust in the patient. Right? And so what is it that sustains in the longer run? See, all of us want to be happy. Right? The goal of life is we have to be happy. See, in those days, whenever we used to read storybooks, and they lived happily ever after, as if it's going to be true, isn't it? If you see movie, Kannada Shubham anta baratte. So all of us, we feel happy when something okay, even though it is fictional. Srinath is not going to be with Aarti for all the time. It's an olden days movie, not now. I don't follow, right? But we think they'll be happy. So all of us want that happy ending. We want to be happy all the time. That happiness comes only when you go internal, isn't it? Because we know, for all of us, if I don't have to give an upanyasam to say that happiness, external happiness doesn't give you permanent happiness, isn't it? One mugidre innond baratte, aita. So that internal happiness sigakke, this dharma shows us the way how to get internal happiness. And one thing is, it is not only eternal, it is also very inclusive. We say, Sanatana Dharma is very divisive. People tell that it divides based on caste. So they have all kind of narrative. But this Dharma is very inclusive. That's why we have Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Wherever I go, I say this because my name comes in that. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. So we always want the entire world, not only human beings, even creatures. We put Rangoli. Why do we put Rangoli? So that ants, insects will come and eat. We put food for crow in the morning. we feed for the dog, we feed the cow. So everything, even we worship the trees, right? So our intention is the entire loka is one family and we have to work towards the sustenance of that family. Naan matra badbeku ankobaru. We have to work for the sustenance of the entire family, right? So in the process of following this dharma, as I said, this dharma gives you an internal cleansing. It shows you the way to clean yourself, right? Now when we have, we buy a fridge, maneli fridge tartili. What comes along with that fridge? Huh? Stabilizer, okay. Now everything has internal stabilizer. Fridge ke separate stabilizer dabbi iralla.
But when you have fridge, no, Tangulo will come.
What comes along? Okay, microwave jote ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? Manual. You buy a small, that day I bought a small mic for my recording. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟೇಷ್ಟು manual ಇದೆ, ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕಾಲರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕೋದು ಅಂತ. So you have a manual for everything in life. Don't we need a manual for life? We need a manual for life. And that is what this manual called Sanatana Dharma is. And we all, we have a lot of thoughts about, all of us here are very well settled. I know that, you know, we have a good house, we have a good family, we have a good children, right? Yavuduku kami illa, right? So, having come to this stage, it is our responsibility to think about what are my social obligations, what can I do for the society with respect to dharma, okay? Because our final goal is moksha, right? When I say moksha, we should not think that you should give up everything, sannyasi agudbeku, vairagya idbeku, don't talk to, don't have that attachment, atara ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ. That's another wrong perception about this dharma. They think the moment you say Sanatana Dharma, oh, it's very, very complicated, very ritualistic, right? Very ritualistic and too many compulsions. Agallappa namge. We want a simple life. I am good. I don't hurt anybody. I do good things. Is that enough? Yeah. Is that enough for fulfillment? Not enough, because our goal is moksha, right? We want, what is moksha? You want to get rid of this. Adhe maths or science or social, ಎಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಗ್ಸ್ ಓದ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು, ಬೇಜಾರಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? So we have to get over that. But in the process, so it doesn't say that, okay, your end is moksha, you have to give up everything, you have to give up desires, all that. No. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Right? So moksha comes in the end. In between we have artha and kama. Allah, artha is accumulating wealth. So our dharma doesn't say don't accumulate wealth, no, do everything, dana madbidi, atra ಏನು ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ. You accumulate wealth, you build a house, you have cars, no problem. You get married, kama, you get married, have children, have all your desires fulfilled. But what is the condition? Dharma, with dharma. Your desires, what we acquire well, should be with the perspective of dharma. When suppose we nowadays we'll all have 2-3 houses, I'm sure. You know, the globalization has given us so much wealth. Generally what I see is senior citizens, they have one 60-40 land. When they, as they grow old, they sell that land and go to some home. Our home, they sell it for some builder who will build 3-4 floors, right? So what happens, what they will do, that builder will say, I will give you 5 crores, 1 crore in black. Is that dharmic? That is what you will say. When you say dharmically, you have to hold on to that dharma. Whenever we do any action, you have to give a thought. Is this dharmic in nature? Naan madodu correcta? If it pricks you, it is adharma. If you say fine, but some of them have wiped off their pricking. You know, that's because they are so much into that negativity. They think even ಸಾವಸು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ನಿಜ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ ಆ ಥರ. So they have been clouded with negativity that even when they see something actually negative, they think it's okay, it's positive.
Negative plus.
Negative. Maths ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So so the artha and kama that we acquire in our life should be dharmic. And desires, right? Kama andre desires. So to what extent we should have desires? That is a big question mark, because ಒಂದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬರ್ತಾನೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ಸೀರೆ 1000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ 1500 ರೂಪಾಯಿ, ಅವ್ರು 2000 ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದ ನಾನು 1500 ತಗೊಳ್ಳೇಬೇಕು. Right? Now this saree, you tell the shopkeeper, next varsha ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಈ ಸೀರೆ ಇಡಿ ನಾನು ತಗೊಳ್ತೀನಿ, or next festival. Right? Not only sarees, anything, even in your profession. Right? We always have this desire to move ahead, but the desires that we have, we should always question them. Is this leading me to that final destination? In Gita, there's a beautiful shloka. Dhyayato vishayan pumsaha, you might be knowing. Sangasteshu upajayate, sangat sanjayate kamaha, kamat krodho vijayate. Krodhat bhavati sammohaha, sammoha smriti vibhramaha, smriti bhramshat buddhinasho, buddhinashat pranashyati. Desires are the root cause for self-destruction. Adikanta, you should not have desire. It's not that you should not have desires. You can have desires, but that question should be always there. Is this now? If I have a desire to learn Bhagavad Gita, it is not a wrong desire, right? If I want to teach poor children, tumba aase ಇದೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ, it is not a wrong desire. That desire will be definitely fulfilled because it's a very dharmic desire, isn't it? So we have the desires that we think. Now suppose if from here we go to Chennai, okay, we have so many stations alva. I am very familiar with Chennai. Bangarpettu, Katpadi, Jodharpet, all stations barutte. There 2 minutes he will stop. So what do we do in the train? Kadle tindivi, masala dosa barutte, we have that, and then we will get off in Katpadi maybe for 2 minutes, drink some tea. But maybe stay in Katpadi? No. I have to go to Chennai. My destination is Chennai. So that should be in our mind all the time. My destination is Chennai. My destination is moksha. So what should I do to go towards it? This will not probably happen in one birth. 100, 200 births sigbidatte. Yen tondre illa. But we will all surely get. It's only a matter of time how fast we proceed. Let me know if it is too much or going overhead transmission. Okay? I'm sure all of you are spiritually evolved. Okay? Since you're learning dance is such a beautiful form of expressing your devotion. It's a very beautiful form. Music, tumba chanag haadidru. Music, dance, and she's doing a great job by holding on to bringing people towards our culture. So it's a very beautiful expression. So in that what I was telling is, we should not forget our end point. So how to go towards that end point, okay, that will be what we do in our daily life. Okay, for example, dinagon deepa hachodu. These are all small things which will lead to chitta shuddhi antar. Cleanliness, it cleans your mind, right? We have so many problems, bogged down by problems, right? Stress levels are so high. If you see any student today, yen martidi andre psychiatry antar. We have so many psychiatry students, more than I think the outfit engineering students, because the need is there. We are not looking into what our dharma says, but we are looking into outside medicines tagolodu. Somebody teaches you some meditation. We are always looking outside for solutions, while the solution is there inside. If only we hold on to what our rishis have told. What are the Bhagavad Gita? I mean, rishis have beautifully brought out the Vedas. Our source is through Vedas, Nalak Veda, and all of us cannot understand Veda. Nobody can understand Veda for maybe 0.001%. We cannot understand or read Vedas. So adikanta we have Upavedas, Upanishads, Brahma Sutras, Bhagavad Gita. All these rishis have given a explained bhashya antare. So they have explained those for us, right? We don't have time for that also, because all of us are working. We have to take care of the children, we have to take care of parents, in-laws, so much of responsibilities we have, which is a good thing. We are not leaving on to our responsibilities, but we want to go in this path also, right? So these small things that we do on a daily basis will clean our mind. It will show us the way. It will give give clarity of thoughts. We won't need psychiatrists to treat us or our children. And the main is we have to involve children in all that we do to hold on to our dharma, because this period is a churning period. You let go our children, then that's the end. That's the end. Because all of us, we've been brought up in a different way, right? But these days there are so much of distractions, so much of information coming in. It could be wrong information. Somewhere I heard my friend, she was telling me that in some video they have depicted Akbar greater than Rama. So when children see this, yeah, we feel like laughing. But when children see this, the talk is so impressive and convincing that our children will tend towards those thoughts. So this is the time that we have to hold them close to our chest. And what we can do every day, light the lamp, ask your children. I won't say you should ask only daughters to light the lamp, you should ask even boys to light the lamp. If you have your cycles or anything, you can tell. If you have some, ask them to light the lamp. Rangoli haki maneli. Tell them why we put rangoli, right? And then have some chants every day, some shlokas you chant loudly so that all in the house can hear it. Our children may not, hogama bore my yavaglu ade vakratunda ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ಕಿವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬೀಳುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಒಂದಿನ he only start humming. vakratunda mahakaya, he start humming. I have seen this. I tell Shashti Kavacham every day, Kanda Shashti Kavacham. So when you tell loudly, your children will automatically by heart it. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಒಂದಿನ they'll start chanting. So that influence this dharma has, that positivity this dharma has, without even telling. See, we cannot tell children ಇದು ಮಾಡು ಅದು ಮಾಡು, ವಿಷ್ಣು ಸಹಸ್ರನಾಮ ಓದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. You have to tell Vishnu Sahasranama, your children will follow you. Nowadays we have classes. When we were all small, we had a group of 6 to 7 families. So every Saturday we had a satsang in one of the houses. So one Iyengar Mama used to come, he used to lead the Vishnu Sahasranama chanting. After that my granny used to sing some bhajans and all. Totally around 45 minutes to 1 hour. We were all so excited because after that we get prasadam. Delicious prasadam. So mane cooking amma won't do. Sundallu adu idu channa ತಿನ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದಕ್ಕಂತಾನೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. So in the process we learn Vishnu Sahasranama when we were 10-11 years. ಈಗ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ನಡೀತಿದೆ. ವಿಷ್ಣು ಸಹಸ್ರನಾಮ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡಿ, ಅದು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡಿ, ಇದು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ. And mothers come, they say, I want her to learn some shlokas. Fine, we will teach them shlokas. Will they practice at home? No. They say, I don't know anything. I want at least my children to know. That will not happen. That will not happen if you are not involving. At least you should ask the child, ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ರು, ಒಂದು ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಬ. Now we have all recording, right? Record ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಬಂದು, you listen to that. You ensure the child practices. ನೀವು ಹೇಳೋದು ಬೇಡ. At least you can ensure that the child practices the shlokas that we are teaching in the class. Then involve them in festivals. Ganesh Chaturthi bandre ನೀವೇನು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬೇಡ. If you are not done at all, right? If we have that passion towards dharma, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಅದಿದ್ರೇನೆ ಆಗೋದು. Because we have to save ourselves. Not only, I'm not talking even about moksha, about being happy in this life, in this birth, and feeling fulfilled. See, tomorrow when we die, we should not say, you with madilla. We should not have any kore irbardu. Right? Okay, I have done my duty towards my children. I have taught them all the right values. So I have no guilt in myself. That feeling we should have. So involve them in festivals. ಈಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡತ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲೆಂಡರ್ ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ವೀಕೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ್ದೋ ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಫ್ರೈಡೇ, ಸ್ಯಾಟರ್ಡೇ, ಸಂಡೇ, ಮಂಡೇ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗೋಣ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗೋಣ. ಗಣೇಶ ಚತುರ್ಥಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ವರಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ದೇ ನಾಟ್ ಬಾದರ್ಡ್. And even if they go, they will go to some abroad, Switzerland, Singapore, ಅಲ್ಲಿ. As if there's no place in India worth seeing. ಅಷ್ಟು ಇದೆ. There's so much of treasure in this country. And ಹೋದ್ರೆ they go to some resort. So what I ensure is, whenever you go outside, ensure that you go to at least one temple, one ancient temple. You definitely find the world is full of temples. ನೀವು ಯಾವ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದ್ರೂ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೌದಿ and ಮಿಡ್ಲ್ ಈಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ, everywhere you have an ancient temple. So make sure you go to that temple, you see the God, enjoy the beauty of the Lord. ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಸೀರೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ಆ ಥರ ಬೇಡ. You enjoy the beauty of the God, goddess, and tell children if you have any, that temple will have definitely some history it will have. Ask the Purohit, what is the history of this temple, when it was built, who built it. Have a beautiful view of the temple prata, go around the temple, sit in the temple, spend some time and talk to children about the temple. Why, whatever you know you can tell the temple, and they will ask you questions. The biggest positive thing about this dharma is asking questions. No other religion will tell you you can ask. They have a set of rules. Iday ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನೀನು ಮಾಡ ಅಂದ್ರೆ will punish you. That is the rule in all other religions. Only this dharma gives you the luxury to ask questions, to debate. If you see Bhagavad Gita is full of questions. Arjuna asks questions to Krishna. Viveka Chudamani is full of questions. Elladrullu it's only a question. Guru Shishya asks questions, the Guru answers. But when you ask questions, that will be pranipatena I always get Gita. Pariprashnena sevaya upadekshyanti te jnanam jnanina tattvadarshina. Pariprashnena, you have to ask with humility and with the acceptance that whatever my rishis, my forefathers have done, they are not a set of fools. They have done it with some reasoning. So we have to ask questions. Even children, it is not wrong when they ask questions. You have to teach them to first accept. Right? We see the moon every day. How do we know it's the moon? Somebody told us no. Somebody told that's the moon. So have we ever done research? Ad moona ilvanta, have you done research? No. How many of you are arranged marriage here? Oh. Even chance illa. When you got married to that person, did you ever do, is he a nice person, no, you just trusted him, right? You just trusted that person and got married.
Parents.
Huh?
We trusted parents.
Okay. But you had a trust in parents, that parents will take care, and he also lived up to it. Hopefully. Isn't it? So that trust is needed. That whatever this dharma tells is right. You have questions, start going into the path, you will find the answers will be visible to you. This is my personal experience. When I was small, I studied in a convent. So that time there was, people used to try to convert and all. So they used to ask me, oh, your Krishna have married 16,000 ladies. Huh? Aren't you ashamed of that? What is this? All this. I was very small that time. So I also had this doubt. 16,000 seems too big a number. So I asked my mother, Tamil you know, no? Small lady Tamil. Nothing like that, she said. So I didn't give up that time. It's not that, oh, Krishna married 16,000, this dharma is not good. But still I held on to dharma because my parents were like that. Then later, as I started to, introspect and find out, still reading, listening. As I grew up, this doubt was cleared only when I was doing my engineering. What I got in school.
Okay.
That time, not even in engineering, when I was doing my IIT, there's one Velupudi Krishnan Swami, I don't know how many of you listen. He gave a beautiful explanation that really opened my eyes, and I thank God I didn't deflect. So you'll find answers sometime. It will take time because it depends on how much effort we put. Avagle, if I would have somehow rattled the books and found out, I would have found the answer. I said, okay, sometime anyway it's not affecting me. Athara attitude I had. But I did not leave that. I did not give up on the dharma. Thanks to my parents. Right? So this has answers to all questions, is that we have to ask with humility and with surrender and with the conviction that whatever said is right. Right? So when you go to temples, teach children about what is the Varalaru history of the temple, right? And then festivals, go to temple at least once a week. Varadal once a temple, that's very important. Take children and go. After one of my upaniyasam, one lady, I make this point in every of my talks, saying that go to temple, take children to the temple, and she came and said, Sudha, my children, how much ever I tell, they're not going to temple. I asked her, do you go? She said, no, I don't have time. How will the children have priority? No time is an excuse. No priority is the right answer. I don't have priority. Right? So ensure that they go to temple. Please don't gossip in temple. ನನ್ನ maid didn't come today. Maids is a big problem these days. My maid didn't come today. ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಾತ್ರೆ ನಾನೇ ತೊಳಿಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. I'm going to change my maid. ಈ ತರ ಕತೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Even mother-in-laws are acceptable. Maids are not acceptable these days. Isn't it? And go ethnically dressed, please. If you find somebody with shorts, whether it's male or female, I'm not telling only girls, even men come with shorts. That should not be permitted. Please tell them very gently, very politely, sir, this is your temple. Please maintain the sanctity of the temple. Politely you can tell, they will listen. I have done it. In fact, in Rameshwar, when we went to Rameshwaram temple, there were some North Indians. That girl was wearing only so much. And they have clearly put in the board, please ladies to wear saris or salwars. Clearly they have put, she has entered. Then there were some shopkeepers. So my husband and I told, what is, they have come like this, you're not posing. They said, it's mommy, we cannot do anything, mommy, you go to some offices there, you go in there. So we went there and complained, and he sent one police along with there are police inside the temple. So he's there, that sentry was not there. So he sent, and then they told that lady, and then she went out, then she wore some lungi kind of somewhere temporarily, she bought something, she wore and came. That is not the point. But what I'm telling is, our dharma is our responsibility. Don't think somebody else will come and protect us. No, that will not happen. Unless we are conscious about our dharma, unless we take steps to protect our dharma, it all starts from home. Now, see, we see so many children, once they are teenagers, they don't listen. We have all kinds of tantrums. They get influenced. It's a stage, it's a phase of life. Because they are exposed to so many things which we were not. I also tell my mother, Amma, I was not at all like this. How come my children are so hyper? So the way we have, the environment in which we grew, the exposure that we had is different from what they are undergoing. They also have a lot of hormonal changes, be it a boy or a girl, right? But if we keep doing what we have to do, if we keep holding on to that dharma, then children will automatically come back to us. Okay, that fear will always, even I sometimes fear. I have 2 boys. I also have some fears. Will they go off? It might be as if they are going off track, but they will come back because the roots are already laid. You've already given them a strong foundation. Okay, so the other point I wanted to make is about dhan. Right? When you, all of us, I'm sure all here are doing some dana, some way we will be going to some institution, right? But when you do dhanam, it's also tell in our Shastra, they've also tell how to do dhanam. Everything is there in our Dharma Shastras. Such a beautiful umbrella of knowledge. And if you cannot read Dharma Shastras or anything, you can read the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita has answers to all questions. I had, I don't know how many of you know Ananta Lakshmi Mata. She just passed away 1 year back. She's a very, very great teacher. She used to tell us, she's a big inspiration for me. She used to tell, Bhagavad Gita has only 700 shlokas. We are all more than 700 days old. And we don't know one single shloka of Bhagavad Gita. How sad. Whereas you see, I don't want to bring in religion here, but you see the other Abrahamic religions. It's a must that they have to learn the Quran. It's a must they have to read the Bible. Right? Why? Because they have something called punishment. If I remember of when I was I read in a paper when I was small, a 5-year-old child was beaten to death because he didn't fast on Ramzan. That is the kind of strict discipline they ensure. But ours is, we have a free will. We call something called as a free will. You are free to do anything. You can pray to any god. You can pray any way. You can pray any time of the day. Right? But pray. So that free will, we should not misuse it. ಏನು ಬೇಕಾದರೂ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಏನು ಬೇಕಾದರೂ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Then you have to pay for it. Because we believe in that karma theory. Right? That's why we have the free will. We don't believe in punishment. We don't believe in blessing, giving credits for what we do. We have this karma theory. As you sow, so you reap. You have to pay for it. So we have to be very conscious when you act, isn't it? Because that will come back to us. We do something good, the good will not come back to us, it will come to our children. That's why ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ ನಾವು ಮಾಡೋ ಪುಣ್ಯ ಪಾಪ it will affect the children. Because suppose you're successful, your child becomes more successful. Will you be happy when you are successful or a child is successful? Children are successful. That is why they say ನಾವು ಮಾಡೋ ಪುಣ್ಯ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಾವು ಮಾಡೋ ಪಾಪ ಕೂಡ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Because that is when we feel the pain more. So any act that we do, we have to be very conscious that will this lead, is this dharmic? Will this lead me to that path which I am in? That destination should not be forgotten. And involve children every day on small introspection. Now that she has started something, weekly have some satsang, some bhajan or some chanting, or somebody coming and telling something from some scripture. Because the ultimate thing is you get moksha only through knowledge. Bhakti is the first step. ಏನು ಬರಲ್ವಾ ರಾಮ 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 ಹೇಳಿ ಸಾಕು. That Rama will cleanse you, will lead you, will take you, it will pull you towards some satsang. Suppose if you say I say only Rama Rama 108 sati, I will tell Rama Rama ಸಾಕು ಅಂತ. After a few months, somebody will tell bye ಒಂದು ಭಜನೆ ನಡೀತಿದೆ ಬಂದು ಬರ್ತೀಯಾ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಯ್ತು ಹೋಗೋಣ, we are free only, you will go there. It will pull you towards it. It's not that you are that blessing, that positivity has entered you. So you will start going to places. ಭಜನೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, somebody you would have also sung, somebody would have told ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಹಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಯಾಕೆ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ, so we start join the bhajan group. So this is how we start progressing. Okay, so always we should keep in mind, I won't say you, I should say we also. I am also a seeker, I am a learner. So we should always keep that destination in mind and work towards that destination. Okay, so that is the crux of this talk. So main key takeaways: temple once in a week, everyday prayer, some introspection along with children. All this is not alone. Please observe festivals. ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದೆ, not elaborate one Ganesh Chaturthi, buy a small Ganesha and then put some flowers, ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಸ ಮಾಡಿ, ಪಾಪ ಮೋದಕ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೇಡ, ಅವ್ರು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರು ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ಕೊಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಮೋದಕ, let him eat that. If you cannot do anything, one paisa you make, you offer it to him, and tell some 4-5 shlokas. If you are good in music, you can sing, right? And have some satsang on a regular basis. That will keep us connected with children. My focus is only children, with children. That will keep us connected to the dharma. Okay, and the happiness which we seek outside will automatically come because we are happy inside. ಒಳಗಡೆ if you are happy, the happiness will automatically, success will follow, property will come. So that's what I said. It is not that you give up everything. The moment you feel happy from inside by following all these simple steps, that will lead you slowly to knowledge. Undina Bhagavad Gita class attend ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, you start learning about what is Bhakti Yoga, Purushottama Yoga, all those yogas. You will get the knowledge. In another 100-200 births, we will all get moksha. Nothing to worry. Okay, depends on how fast we progress. Okay, I think I've given a summary of what you wanted. I hope I've done justice to the time. I'll just conclude.
Yeah. You want to conclude?